Husbands have been killing wives, unfortunately, for years, and husbands killing sons goes back as far as King Herod.
Prosecutors gave their closing arguments today in the Murdaugh murder trial. Tomorrow, the defense makes their final case to the jury. NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin in Walterboro, South Carolina, where the trial is taking place. All right, Brian, give us in a bigger picture. If Alex Murdaugh is acquitted after all of the evidence we have seen and heard, and all of his admissions of wrongdoing, it will be because the defense said what tomorrow?
Well, first of all, I don't know that a lot of people realize this. It's not talked about that much, but in some ways, you ask if he's acquitted, then what? I mean, he doesn't have much to lose because of all of those financial crimes, Leland. Millions and millions of dollars that he's actually admitted to stealing from clients. So he's facing life in prison anyway. But it's interesting because those crimes were a lot of what the prosecution talked about today, basically saying that lie after lie after lie built up. That in addition to the drug addiction, that it was this scenario where he sort of burst and thought that if he killed his wife and son, that he would get sympathy. And that's what they say the motive was. And it was a long closing argument from the prosecutor, 3 hours. The jurors looked really, really tired by the end. You mentioned it, though. Tomorrow morning, defense will be up 9:30 a.m. And basically, they'll argue that there's really just no hard proof that he actually did it, Leland.
Yeah, no, I get that. I guess what I'm trying to say, they'll argue there's no hard proof. He took the stand and said that I admitted all these other crimes, but I didn't kill them. We understand he goes to the state penitentiary either way, so whether he's convicted of murder or not may not really determine his prison. I guess what I'm trying to say is, what is the driving argument by the defense of the American standard of reasonable doubt?
Well, their argument here is that there's just not enough evidence, Leland. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And they're basically saying that the prosecution is throwing everything they can against the wall, but at the end of the day, they don't have the smoking gun evidence. All obviously it's going to take is one or two jurors to say, look, maybe I think he did it, but I don't have the concrete evidence. And then, the charges won't stand. So It's going to be interesting. I mean, it could go on into the weekend. The judge said that they could deliberate into the weekend. So we're going to have to see how it plays out.
You never know what a jury will do. Literally, you never know. That said, this is must-see TV nationally now as we watch Alex Murdaugh take the stand, but locally as well. It's being carried live on all the stations. Just as you're sitting in the coffee shop talking to people, as you're walking around town talking to people, is there a general consensus, or is there a split in this community of he done it or he didn't do it?
Almost everyone that I've talked to, Leland, believes that it is going to be a hung jury, the people in this town. Everyone thinks he did it for the most part. Actually, I haven't talked to one person here locally who doesn't think that he did it. So they all think he did it, but they think he's going to get off for a couple of reasons. One, they also feel like the prosecution just didn't present any really hard evidence. And two, there's still this belief here that this family has a lot of power. I mean, they go back so many generations in the legal community here and pretty much controlling these courthouses. There's a lot of people here who still think that he's going to get off because of that.
Fascinating. We will all watch and see together. No expert quite like yourself on this. Brian, thank you. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.